So anyway, I'm going to paint a sunflower for you today. Let me put that up. So here is the sunflower we're going to be painting today. And the colors we have are just primary yellow from Liquitex. This is Indian Yellow Hue from Golden. Ultramarine Blue, Golden. This is Transparent Red Iron Oxide from Golden. This is Cadmium Orange and Titanium White. And I will be using some greens and different blue in a little bit. I just wanted to keep the palette kind of simple for right now to start. Alright, first we're going to just start with the layer of the petals and the center, and then we'll get to the background last and the leaves. Alright, here we go. Now, first I'm going to start off with the layer of the cadmium orange as the base here around the flowers. So I'm going to just water it down a little bit and then just come in here and put some orange down. Now if you notice, with my brush, I'm kind of going sideways, flat, just so it gives a kind of that sense that there's petals there, that it's not just a circle. And it's kind of light, it's just to tell me. Now I'm going to come in here with the Transparent Red Oxide and come in here and put the center in. Now I'm painting on mixed media paper right now. Alright, now we got a definite base going here. And next I'm going to take a yellow with a little bit of the darker yellow. And I like to start off dark going to light. So now I'm just going to add in here, and you can see it's kind of dark, but it just adds some yellow. And again, I'm just switching my brush, going vertical, going horizontal, flat, just varying the brush strokes. Come in here into the brown area. Okay, now I'm going to go lighter, and I'm going to add a little bit of white to that yellow to lighten it up. And we'll put some petals in. What I did is I pressed kind of hard and then lift it up and do it. Now I got it sideways, and I do it a bit thicker. Now you might see my hand shaking. I can't help it. I have essential tremors, which is a hereditary thing, and I just kind of have to deal with it. Sometimes it's a pain, but sometimes it's a blessing because I can get really loose because I have no choice but to get loose. So you see I got here, and then I swipe and come in. Here I got it flat, come in. And you don't want the same petals next to each other. So you don't want like two fat ones side by side like that. That's very boring. You want to change them up. Okay, now I'm going to continue going lighter, and I'm also adding the Indian yellow in there so it's not so primary looking. It's a little bit richer. You can see how that's a different kind of color. There's a little bit more. And so what you just keep doing, just add a layer and layer. go lighter. So I'm going to make this side slightly darker and this side lighter. So it looks like, so you can see here on this side is a little bit lighter here. And one thing about acrylics, as they dry, they will dry lighter. I mean, dry darker. They come on lighter, but then they dry darker. And if you notice, I don't come all the way down either towards that brown circle. Okay, now I'm going to go a little bit darker on this side. So again, I just press down. A little bit lighter now on the tips. All right. Now what we're going to do is going to go to the center, and I'm going to make that center a little bit darker. So I'm going to add the transparent red oxide with some ultramarine blue, and that will darken it up. Here. As I go around the edge, I'm not going to make it even. I don't want it even, because then it just looks like there's a can top on top of it. Okay, now I'm going to switch to the smaller brush here. I'm not sure what size it is. Anyway, it's a small flat, and I'm going to come in here to the orange and mix it in with the brown. And now I'm going to add these darker parts in here, and as they come out. So what I'm going to do, they come out and just kind of come out into points. I got to turn it here. That's yellow in here. Okay, so now I'm mixing in some of that Indian yellow hue in here, just so it's not so orange and it blends out. I'm also squinting my eyes a little bit. Okay, now I'm just going to go into the Indian yellow hue and add some coming out. So there's just layers. Like I said, I want this side a little bit darker here. Okay. Let's add them out a little bit darker. Now I'll come in here with the brown and some blue. Now, one thing about these golden acrylics, these colors that I have, they're very transparent, very translucent, so you can add layers and layers, because I used to be a watercolor artist, and I just love the transparent effect that you get with these particular colors here. Now, some of the goldens, of course, are not transparent, but like, and how you could tell is, like on this transparent red oxide, you could see this little bar here, and you could see through it. This is telling you that this is very translucent here. Like on these, on your Liquitex, you'll look here at this little box. And if the little box is shaded in all the way, that means it's opaque. This one right here, this yellow, is only half filled in, so it's semi-transparent. Okay, when this happens right here, I love this about this. I'm going to take the end of my brush, and I'm going to add some texture in there if it'll let me, like right in there. Just kind of scribble in, see what happens. I love that when it does that. Okay, now that the petals have a chance to do it, and they're still kind of wet, I want them a little bit more dry so I can add more layers of the light in there. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit more darker. I'll add a little bit more blue. I'll just kind of put it in there. And I don't want to hide those little scribbles. I like those scribbles. Okay. Alright, I think I'll come out more with some more darker colors. So this time I'm just going to use the brown with some orange. Some of that transparent red iron oxide. A little bit more brown. Maybe some blue. There we go. And again, I'm just squinting, and I come here so what it does is it looks like it's separating the petals. Alright, let's go ahead and do some green here. For my green, I'm going to add green gold. Sap green. Let's see where I could put it. Put it over here. Y'all have problems with these screw caps? Paint gets around them. I don't know what to do. And then the blue. This blue is called Light Blue Permanent by Liquitex. Alrighty. I'm going to make a lighter green. So I'm going to take the green gold in this. Maybe a little bit of that blue. Okay, we'll do the stem. Okay, I'm going to just go mainly green gold with that mixture. And I don't like to keep all the greens the same because it's very boring. Let's fill it in. Change it up. Make one side of the leaf a little bit lighter than the other for interest. Put some veins in there. Just follow along how the vein would go. And here I just added water in here. I'm going along here. I'm trying to lift up some of that acrylic. Just for some interest. We'll go back to that in a little bit. Okay, what's that in here? So, as you're painting, what is the one color you guys just cannot live without? For me, I think it's green gold. I love green gold and everything. I guess that's because everything has to have green in it in the garden. But I love the green gold. You can make green gold, but I like the shortcut. Green gold, very springy. Lightens things up. Looks more natural than, say, a Kelly green. Alright, let's see if that yellow is dry. Yep, it's dry. Sometimes I just add straight blue into there and mix it in. That's the neighbor. The guy. He's got these fancy cars. He zooms up down the road. Little young guy. Must be fun. I got kind of light there. Put some set cream on there, some blue. I don't like how bright that is. Turn that down. Got too much white. Alright, let's go to the flowers. Get some lighter in there. Okay, I'm going to go back to the big brush. And let's see. Start making some more lighter petals. I got white with the yellow. Let's test it here. Yeah, more some golden yellow. This is not so lemony. Okay, and of course I'm not coming all the way down. As it dries, you'll see kind of different mixtures of colors together. Since this side is a little bit darker, I'm definitely not coming all the way down. I'm just going to be kind of doing some tips. I'm changing the colors between these three colors, just going back and forth, just change up the yellows. Okay, now, let's see what we can do here. Okay, I'm going to make the background, and when I do the background, I'm just going to cut in around the petals, and I like to see some of the background. Now, this background right here, all it is transparent red iron oxide, just kind of watered down on there. Okay. And I like it, and I like a small amount as I mix it, so that as I go around, the colors start changing. So if you notice on this one, it's like a greenish kind of light blue, and then down here's more of a darker blue, and I like to change that up, just so it's not all the same. So maybe I'll add some sap green in with that. Okay, as I come in here, I'm going to take the brush and we'll cut in. Let's see, that one's cut in right there. You notice I'm mixing the blues up here. I don't want them all the same. Gosh, my hand's shaking. Okay, as I'm coming up, I'm going to add more white, so it looks kind of like the lighter. It's light up there, like the sun. See, I'm cutting in. Let that settle some. Now I'm going to come in here and fix this where my big old shaky hand got to mess that up. see. I like some of that brownish color to show through because it kind of relates back to the flower here. This right, I noticed right here is a little bit too light, so I'm going to bring that brown over a little bit more. So I'm going to mix the brown with the ultramarine blue and just bring that out a little. And I like to add a little bit of green in there. So I'm going to add some of this with the brown. Use your end of your paintbrush to scribble in. And what that'll do is that'll relate back to the leaves here. Okay, now that helped out a little bit, but still too. I'm gonna add some green in with that orange. Yeah, that looks pretty. So it's not just all orange. Put some over here. Okay, now I'm going to go even lighter on the tips, and then that'll be probably done. Okay, so we'll come in here. Now remember I told you that the acrylics will get darker as they dry, so I'm kind of lighter. Because you see right here, this is the brightest spot right here, and there's a couple right here, so I need some more of that color. Oh, I need the bigger brush. And I have a little bit of water on my brush so it'll flow easy, because this is paper, so it doesn't necessarily flow that well. And you can see I put a little short one in front here so it looks like kind of like double layer. And again, I put a fat with the skinny, so they're not all the same. Maybe a couple more here. I don't want to do too much on this side, because this side's going to be my dark side here. And then maybe teeny tiny ones in here. So I'm going to get the small brush. And do tiny ones in there. Let's see. It's a little darker. I need to rest my pinky. Just so it's a little bit different. Okay. Just about done. I need to clean up these leaves a little bit. Maybe make that stem pop out a little bit better right there. Go see how it blends in with the leaf. Let's see. I think that stands out better. And just for a little bit of fun here, I'm going to take some orange, some green, white. A little bit of texture in here. Maybe some brown. And if I go too crazy, I'll just put some more brown on top of that. Just a little bit of texture. There you go. Okay. What y'all think? Y'all gonna try this? I think it's pretty simple. Back in there. Gosh, I wish my hand quit shaking. Drive me crazy. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of light in here, but a little bit darker. Need something in here. Oops, not dark enough. I mean, not light enough. Okay, all done. Let me know if you try this or what you think about it. I have one that I've done before that are in a little glass vase, the little tiny ones. I might show y'all that one later on, or if you want me to try a different type of flower, just let me know and I'll do that next time. Thanks for watching. I enjoyed it. Thanks, Abby. Love your work too. I love watching your different styles. It's really wonderful. Thanks for joining me. Okay. Bye-bye. See you next time.